A lot of people have diaries. I write all day, so my diary is this webcam because it's easy just to talk in front of a camera. Um, these are my fucking feelings, and it's Thursday, 12:18 a.m. November 1st, and I haven't been sleeping lately. I feel the way I am positioned. Look at this, slouched and just gross. I had a hernia. I had a hernia, a mild hernia for 6 months, and so I just got a hernia surgery on Friday. It's been 3 days, and I haven't been able to do anything. Um, I feel like I live in the woods in a cabin, but I don't. I live in Los Angeles in K-Town, and I just eat and I write and I drink coffee. So it's been lonely. I just had an idea. I could do what I do every single day in the woods in the cabin, and still maintain this. I just had that revelation. So that is an option. It's not really me, but that's happening. That's what's going on in my life. Trudging through this book about dating, which is kind of ironic because I'm going through that dark tunnel myself, which has been interesting. Been thinking a lot about my members since I've built this members wing on my website, and people are trickling in. I've got, I don't know, 50 or 60 people in there, and I've been constantly racking my brain on how to bring more support, how to build that community. And um, if you guys have any ideas, if you're watching this, email me if you have any ideas on what you would like. Also, doing the office hours with Padilla once a week, which is fun, and hopefully that's helpful so you guys could interact and ask questions live. And I have Ali coming on board, who's going to specialize in eating disorders, which I'm really excited about. And the thing about eating disorders is, especially living in LA, I've come across so many friends and friends of friends who struggle, especially in entertainment, with eating disorders, and it's a very personal, private disease. And unless you're rich or you have insurance, it's very hard to get help for eating disorders. And just being on Tumblr, most of my followers are in their 20s, and they don't have a lot of money, but I know that many struggle with that. And even on Tumblr, on your dash, I mean, you just see image after image of airbrushed women, and the that kind of stuff that can be triggers. So anyway, when she comes on board, I'm going to provide something that all you have to be is a member, which is $9 a month to get some kind of support. And she's going to offer something very low cost, and she's already got some people interested. Anyway, so I'm excited about that. Speaking of eating disorders, I'll be honest with you. Part of me doing this is to keep me inside because I have been binging in a way. I don't know if it's technically binging, but I've been around 11:30, 12. I've been going in through drive-throughs and sitting at counters and eating, not because I'm hungry, but I think I'm eating to what is it called? I'm eating my feelings. I think it's emotional eating that's going on. I'm not sure, but it's becoming a pattern, and I figure turning on the camera will keep me in my seat. Not with the best posture, but at least I will be here instead of Jack in a Box. Anyway, I think that's something I've struggled with that my entire life, and I don't know how much of that is growing up with parents that own restaurants and always having fast food at your fingertips, and how much of it is actually coping. My way of if I have stress, anxiety, or if I'm a little bit depressed, of feeling that with food, and I know that is definitely a weakness of mine. So, wow, I'm aware of it. And I'm fighting it and exploring it and processing it and struggling with it, and it's all coming out. What's interesting is that when something happens in your life, and you are, whether it's you're at home because of surgery, or maybe you lost your job, or maybe you're going through an expired relationship, or you're depressed. It's interesting what that activates in you, and the natural coping that you gravitate towards. So I'm starting to realize that maybe it's food for me, and it changes throughout your life. Sometimes for people, especially if you're an addict, your vices change. The balloon leaks, and you plug one hole, and another hole, another leak will happen, and so the addiction just changes in form. Anyway, that's where I'm at, and this is proof that therapists also have struggle with things and are a little bit crazy. So what else am I feeling? Feeling sluggish and gross, not because I haven't showered, but just emotionally heavy, and not being able to sweat daily is it's kind of depressing me. I haven't been sleeping much. I don't know why I can't sleep. We're approaching 12:30 and I'm wide awake, and I purposely don't own a television. So my form of entertainment is this and then YouTube. So just wasting a lot of time in my head. I'm sure many of you guys can relate. What I'm going to do is I'm going to purposely gain a lot of weight and get acne, and so then when I'm healed in a month or so, I'm going to play Rocky music and CrossFit and go to this huge transformation, so I feel like I'm a new person, when in fact I'm just the same guy I was before the surgery.